Woo! What's going on, guys? All the late games just wrapped up. Fun day of football for a lot of reasons. Not so much for me, but um, that's the way it goes sometimes. So we fell today. We took on the Chicago Bears in Seattle. It was a tight game, very intense. Came down to the last 30 seconds, but we couldn't pull it out. So start things off. In general, I know a lot of Bears fans who I personally don't care for, but there are some of you out there that are cool. So, you guys took care of business. We got work to do. We look like we're in trouble right now, and you guys, you're in it. So, to start with this one, I want to give big ups to the players. I want to talk about the players on this Seattle team because I thought the players played well. Wallace, he made some bad throws. I'll say that's why he's not a starter in this league. That's why he never will be. He cannot throw off his back foot. You saw it a couple times today. He tries to throw off his back foot and he just overthrows the receiver by 5 yards. He needs to learn how to throw it away. There were 3 times today where he needed to throw it out of bounds and didn't. Once, it was a pick that set up a Chicago field goal. The other time, it was... What happened? Oh yeah, it was the Houshmandzadeh catch that, he ran back. Wallace threw up a Hail Mary and somehow Houshmandzadeh ran back and caught it, and it was an amazing play by Hoosh. Huge ups to Houshmandzadeh for that. And there was this other one that was, he ran out of bounds instead of throwing it away for a 3-yard loss. So that stuff, it's got to stop. That's why I don't think he's starting NFL material. But he did some good things out there. In general, I wasn't thrilled with how he played. I think he's better than that, but didn't play awful. I want to talk big about Julius Jones. Dude played awesome. Excuse me. Julius running hard, breaking tackles, making the first guy miss, had the long touchdown run, had the high yard per carry average, all that. So Julius, you did your thing, picked up some short yardage. A lot of times he was stopped for no gain, but he also had a lot of positive runs out there, so not mad at him. The receivers, Houshmandzadeh had the fumble. You can't have that. Houshmandzadeh did make some good catches, though. Not a banner day for him, but he did his job. Burleson played huge, way above his head in my opinion. Had one of the best games I've ever seen him have. Branch caught a couple catches. Butler had a couple. No, wait, I think he had one. So those guys did well. Carlson dropped 1 or 2 passes, but really he was not targeted very much, and a lot of the passes thrown at Carlson were bad passes, so don't want to really put that on him. So, offensive line, we got a lot of backups on that offensive line, and they did their job today. Our run blocking was great. It was good enough for us to run the ball effectively. Pass blocking, they blitzed a lot. They got a lot of pressure. They sacked Wallace once or twice, but really, the blitzes, they're going to get pressure. It's our job to take advantage of it as an offense, and sometimes we were able to do that, sometimes we were not, but offensive line had plenty of backups out there, and they produced. Well, offensive linemen don't produce, but they played well. Defensively, our defense did almost all game what they needed to do, and at the end of the game, it really sucked to see them give up that long touchdown to Devin Hester, because it looked like we were going to hold them to a long field goal attempt, and that would decide the game. And Hester caught a short pass. Our 2 guys ran into each other, and there you go. But we got pretty good pressure on Cutler. Cutler had a good game, I'll admit. I thought Cutler, we could force him into 1 or 2 more mistakes than that. Although he did fumble twice, he threw the bad pick, but he played well outside of those turnovers, really thrown for a couple touchdowns, high percentage. For the most part, I can't hold anything against our secondary. Again, we got some backups back there, and they didn't play spectacular today, but they did their thing. Big ups to David Hawthorne. David Hawthorne, middle linebacker, played an awesome game. Forced 1 turnover on the interception. Almost had the forced fumble. A lot of tackles, making plays all over the field. Aaron Curry made some plays. Lots of good stuff going on around here. So, really, I'm not mad at the players. I am mad at Olindo Mari. He missed 2 kicks that ended up being huge. I was, furious at him for that for a little while, but I'm not mad at the players, guys. I'm mad at the coaches. I don't know. I'm really sick of Greg Knapp. Greg Knapp, I don't want to say I want to see Jim Mora get fired. That's not fair to him. He's only been here a little while. But Greg Knapp has years and years of evidence behind him to show that he's just not a pass-first coach, and that's fine. But our team isn't built for that, and really, I thought some of the play calling out there today was bad. I didn't like the play calling last week either, and too many times today we played for field goals. We settled for field goals. That's not acceptable. I can't get over that. 3, 4, 5 times today I felt like we just gave up offensively and went in hoping for 3. And our kicker missed 2 today. That was big. That wouldn't be an issue maybe if we had gone for touchdowns more often. And you know, when it's 3rd and 25, play for a field goal. But if it's 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable, you got to try. If you're so terrified that you can't convert a 3rd and 3 in the red zone, then, you know, you need to get out of this league. So that was the thing that really aggravated me throughout this game. Our players, you know, a few things here and there. You know, we missed a couple tackles, but for the most part our defense played as well as I could hope. The run defense was good. Pass defense played like I hoped. The pass rush was decent. The players, I think they played well enough to win it. I'm putting this one on coaching. I mean, this is not an excuse. This is just why I feel like we lost. So, you know, obviously Chicago played well. I mean, we were whipping their tail early in that game. So, I mean, I don't know what happened near the end of the game. It seemed like we got conservative, really just playing for field goals again. And when your kicker's not having a good day, it's not a good recipe. So I'm disappointed in Mora for making his second horrible challenge of the game when he challenged the Johnny Knox touchdown, because Johnny Knox clearly had a touchdown and that was just a waste of a challenge. It ended up not hurting us, but God. And just so many play calls, just so many give-up plays. You know, I like creativity, but that reverse to Deion Branch was awful. Some of those running plays should not have been called. Freaking fruit bugs all over me these last few days. What else? Oh yeah, at the end of the game, we had a nice drive going, but that play call on 4th and 2 that ended the game, I don't like it, guys. So, you know, props to Chicago. I thought we had this one. I thought we were playing really well early in the game, and I thought our players played well enough to win. It's just, it's hard for me to get over what this coaching staff did right now. So, you know, I'll say to Chicago, you know, Cutler played great. He did have 2 turnovers, almost had 3, but he also was completing passes, hitting his receivers for the most part. Not too many accuracy issues, made some plays. And, you know, pretty much did his thing out there. You can't take too much away from Jay Cutler because he did his thing out there. You know, I thought we did pretty well against the run, but they did have some positives come out of there, so it wasn't perfect. I don't expect perfection, but and defensively they did get a lot of pressure. I mean, they brought a lot of heavy blitzes, not playing conservative even on that last drive. They brought it, and sometimes we were able to meet that challenge and find ways to complete passes, and sometimes we weren't. So we ended up not doing that enough. So we're in a bind. I'm going to talk more about this later in the week. For now, I'm out.